That's what I wanted to talk about, perversion, right? What is perversion, first of all? I'm gonna give you the definition of what perversion is. Perversion is the alteration of something from its original course of meaning, state, right? It's distortion or corruption of what was first intended. So now, there is a perversion when it comes to the English language. The English language was not developed to be used in the way that it's being used. The English language is really a dense language. It doesn't even go with our dialect, with our native tongue, which is why it traps us. And when it comes to perversion, you have to understand is deviation. Is deviating behavior from what's the norm. So you ever heard the term pervert? Like that's someone who's abnormally exhibiting behavior that's sexual but in an abnormal fashion. And it could also be considered subjective. You know what I'm saying? To be the perversion of something is subjective. It's based off how you feel, not what it's truly intended to be or what its purpose is. So the perversion of language throughout the United States is what we grew up seeing, understanding. This is why we are taught cursive writing. When you write in cursive, those are curses, you see? And when you put letters together, you're spelling. You creating spells with this very perversion of language that you might not know, right? But all of us who's tapped into a higher dimension of our mind, we understand that thoughts are just as powerful as the spoken word, right? This is why we're taught specifically in grade school, early, to write. Why? So we can cast spells and curses upon each other and ourselves, unbeknownst to one, unknowingly. Like when you look at the perversion of the language, look at how it's spelled. Like weak, you spell weak, W-E-E-K, right? You also spell it W-E-A-K. You understand? So how do you spell days? D-A-Y. The weekdays, W-E-E-K-D-A-Y. Or it could be a weekdays, like you're in the days because you're weakened from this perversion of language. They call it a job. Like you have to go to work, you have to have a job. But in Hebrew, job is synonymous with persecution. So today's math is talking about the perversion of language. You dig? Today's mathematics is understanding language to be what it is and not what it presents itself to be. We can't really fully communicate with this language. The perversion of language is what has been placed upon us. This is how people communicate. They communicate through the perversion of language. They don't understand that these words are going to do a disservice trying to express your emotion, trying to express your feeling, trying to express your desires. Thought is just as powerful as the spoken word. This is why we talk about the ETA, the emotions, thoughts, and actions. Those are just as powerful as the spoken word, if you will. So what we talk about today's mathematics is the perversion of language. Perversion, again, the definition of the word perversion, as you may know, is the alteration of something from its original course, meaning, or state of distortion, corruption from what it was intended to be first. So the language is supposed to be a form of communication. Language is supposed to be a form of communication first, but due to its perversion, it is now a form of subjugation, a form of casting spells and curses on one another because we don't understand language. We don't understand the tongue, the spoken word dialect truly, right? So when you look into society, you can see the perversion of not only language, of spelling and curses. Like I was saying before, weak, W-E-E-K, W-E-A-K. Weekday, D-A-Y, or weekdays, D-A-Z-E. Like you in the weekdays in society. Because you have to have a job. But a job in Hebrew is synonymous with persecution. So you understand, this is why we talk about the ETA, the emotions, thoughts, and actions. Those control you. You have to have the most divine thoughts, no matter what the emotion is, and the action will always be divine if it follows, if it's filtered properly. Now, let's continue, right? Translation of language. What is a trans? You try to translate a language, now you in a trance. It's like you're stuck. Because this language is not made to be translated, transliterated. These are literally spells. Our native tongue, you could tell is not English. Because like, we always simplify English and create slang terminologies with English. We be like, we be like, we make up our own words. Even in Spanish, we simplify that shit and create a slang dialect. In English, we simplify that and create a slang dialect. That's just who we are. So now you have to earn a living, quote unquote, right? But a urn is what you put ashes inside of. You know what I'm saying? When something is burnt. So in this hell state, that's a whole nother video coming later. The heaven state of mind, the hell state of mind. In the hell state of mind, you are put inside of an urn because you have to, quote unquote, earn a living. But really, that's a lie because you have to pay for your bills. But when you pay for something, it means you're going to regret what you did. You understand? So this is all a perversion of language. Like, you have to wake up in a daze. In the morning, you are mourning the lost, the weak, the dead. You understand? So it goes real deep. Let me see. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly, because it feels like the video is pausing. But exactly, the living dead are inside of the ashes. This is why they call it, you have to earn a living. Anytime somebody asks me, what do I do for a living? I say inhale and exhale. Because I don't ever want to be marginalized to something outside of what I truly am. G-O-D. That's God. Feel me? So that's number one. Now let's go a little bit deeper into the persecution of the language, right? Weekend. Now when you spell weekend with the E-E-K, it's the weekend, the ending of the 7-day week in the Gregorian calendar, right? But also weakened. You become weakened by that Gregorian calendar, by being in the weekdays, trying to earn a living from your job, which is truly persecution, God. This is why I talk about the things that I talk about. This is why I manifest from the place that I manifest. This is why my desires have to be the desires that I have, because they have to be in alignment with the understanding that even the very language that has been placed on society is a perversion and has tricked them outside of their own divinity. You see what I'm saying? It goes deep when it comes to the perversion of language, right? It's not only the spoken word, like I said before, it's also the emotions, thoughts, and actions, but it goes into documentary slips and shit, like documentation. It goes into documents. When you look at your driver's license, that's a perversion of language, because it denotes that you are a corporation. This is why your name is spelled in all capital letters, God, when really you are the natural being. You are the natural person. You're not under any jurisdiction other than the one of your own consciousness, God. You are the natural man, the natural woman. You're not the corporation. That is called capitis diminutia maxima. You see, even the perversion of language is named something. We don't read, we don't study, we don't know what they're saying. You receive a letter in the mail, all of that is encoded. It's spells, it's curses, to keep you trapped in this 3-dimensional plane, when really you're a multi-dimensional being. We have transitions into the 5D. This is what the coronavirus was about. This is what the quote-unquote quarantine was about. But you know what's coming. You know what's coming. 12/12, 2020. 12/20, 2020. 12/22, 2020. You know what's coming. 1/1/1, 2021. You know what's coming. Nothing but divine numerology, astrological alignment, cosmic deities that live within us are now activated. And that's what all of this is about. Deciphering the perversion of language, knowing it in your reality, seeing it for what it is and not for what it presents itself to be. Walking upright, standing on your square, knowing the truth, knowing the actual truth. You are not a legal corporation. You are a natural man. You are the sentient being that the spirit, the breath, the life force governs. That's what the fuck you is, God. Listen, the first 7 years of your life is a program. That's what's expressing itself. It's just a fucking program. You could press pause. You could press rewind. You could hire a whole nother cast. You could rewrite a whole nother script. Listen, you are it and it is you. This is your fucking movie. Don't let this language fool you. This is a disservice. I can't even give you what I want to give you because they gave me this language. But you can feel me, because energy never lies. Energy doesn't lie. You can feel me. That's why they call us John Doe when they don't have a name on it, right? And even the John Doe, they put a name on it in capital letters, God. You're not John Doe. You're not even your name. John Doe is the name that was placed upon you. You are really your spirit name, your spirit essence. You connect to a spirit realm, to a metaphysical world, right? You're really there, and you're projecting yourself here for your soul to be stronger, for your soul to become more enlightened, for you to gain more lessons and more lessons, for you to love more, for you to heartbreak more, for you to get rich more, for you to be poor more, for you to experience all of the things that you need for your soul to slowly begin to unburden itself, so you could go back to where you come from, which is the essence, the bliss, where the perversion of language no longer subjugates the minds of the masses, truly, because the M is silent, so no longer subjugates the mind of the asses. Go watch Kaimatica. Go to my page. There's a YouTube link on my page. Hit that link. Scroll down the page. I'm not here to teach you. I'm here to reach you, because I'm not above you or beneath you. But I guarantee you there's jewelries. There's little rivers. There's couplets. There's chambers. There's different places in that channel, within that system, that search engine, that you can find wisdom that is not only going to enlighten, but is going to continue to activate that which already has been activated inside of you. We not allowing the perversion of this language to continue to cast spells and curses upon us to make us forget that we truly G-O-D. It's just from the language. That's why I say peace, God. That's why I always remind myself of what I am, Supreme Rising, God. How do you do today, God? Peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses, peace to the children of the sun. Yo, share this video. Success is truly the progressive realization of a worthy ideal, meaning that when you know where you're going, you're already successful. When you don't know where you're going, distractions look like opportunities. You have to stay focused and stay divine. You have no choice, yo. You are truly the chosen few. All of that is perversion of language. That is the deprogramming of the reprogramming. Listen, that is me reprogramming the mind. I had to deprogram from what was given to me. The perversion. I was called angel, a messenger of God. No. Cut straight to the middle, man. That's perversion. I am God, but so are you. I'm not God and you not God. Facts. We all God. And here's the thing. The fact is not only to tap into the aspect of us, the version of us that is God, but it is to actually create a life to where we can hold that frequency. Create a life that you don't have to take a vacation from. Instead, your life is the vacation. This is who we truly are, what we truly are. But in places, society has put this place, school, to filter us to the prison industrial complex. It's either that or we're dead, because we truly passionate warriors. We have the essence. We have the spirit of the ancient ancestors within us. This is why they put us in school early. This is why they vaccinate us early. If you scroll down my page, you will see the letter that was written. It comes off the cannabisdaily.com about the Jesuits, the Luciferians. They have written down their belief system and everything. It's hidden in plain sight. They don't give a fuck no more if we awaken to this shit. They have been so deeply implemented and enrooted in the subconscious mind of the men and the women, the genetically modified organisms that you see walking around you before you today. They could care less if you awaken. What the fuck you gonna do being woke, nigga? Our system is deeply implemented, bitch. Even if you in the Benz, you still a nigga in the coupe. They don't give a fuck. Michael Jackson was telling you, all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Everyone has told you, from Marvin Gaye to Tupac Shakur to Michael Jackson to Eddie Murphy, they're all us. They've been warning us. They've been telling us to activate that which is within us. Let go of this system. Stop spending with these bitches. Stop using their language. Create your own motherfucking language. You are the God. They study you to create the iPhone. They study you to create society, in fact. That's how they know what to put in your supermarket, motherfucker, because they got your social security number. They got all your information. That's why they spray your ass. That's why they put that food in your supermarket, because you can't control your emotions. You're going to swipe for that. They got your debit card number and everything. There's agents put in your reality and you seen them. You might have stepped on a few landmines, but it's okay. It's only to bring you here. Destination reached, royal pride. You done stepped on a few landmines because of the perversion of language. Because if I tell you I am you and you are me, you like how that shit sound, don't you? You You like how that shit sound, don't you? It resonates with you, don't it? Right? But the way I treat you shows you how I truly feel. The way I speak to you shows you how I truly feel. And it's not even about you, God, because you have been subjugated with the perversion of language. You have been given lies, spells, indoctrination. You have been casted upon a spell of evil of the Shaitan spirit, of the Jesuits, the Luciferians. They've been telling us for years. It is hidden in plain sight. They don't give a fuck about you. So what am I here to do? I'm here to care about you more than you could ever care for your motherfucking self. That's why I say peace, God, because you still want to remain the devil, because you rather be an evil motherfucker, because it's easier to be evil and it's difficult to be divine. It's easier to be evil and it's difficult to be divine. You heard? That's why these motherfuckers rather utilize the perversion of language to benefit themselves anyway, because don't nobody care. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. So why the fuck help you, brother, man? You ain't nothing but another man. You ain't my brother, man. When truly, if we all one, this is where the perversion of language becomes obsolete. It is no longer necessary now. Because if I am truly you, then I would treat you the way I need to be treated, the way I would want to be treated, man. Because I am a plant. You are a plant, nigga. So here is this nourishment. Here is nothing but love. Here is nothing but truth, divinity, prosperity. You not no motherfucking capitalized name. You not your straw man. You not no corporation. You are a natural being. Your essence permeates on the frequency of the earth. You are one with every sentient being that you see on earth. You are synthesized and connected with nature. You are nature. What you have a very intimate relationship with nature. When you exhale, the trees inhale. When the trees exhale, you inhale. You not separate from it. You not your name. I'm not who you think I am. You think you know me from when you met me because that's completely false. That is the language, the perversion. That is the spell casted upon you. I'm not who you think I am. I'm who you think you are, motherfucker. So take a closer look in the mirror. Take a very good look in the mirror, because that's who I am. Don't run from you. Don't face yourself. Don't run from you. Deal with you, because that's what you're running from. Everybody is you. Oh, I don't like these motherfuckers. I don't like these. You don't like you. You can't deal with you, is the truth now. The perversion of language has been placed upon us. When I say they, who? They, the elitists, those who control the mind of the superficial, of the disconnected, of the multiplicity of genetically modified organisms. That's who they are. They who have their hand deeply in the mind of the masses. They who will be a complete detriment to you once they realize you awaken, motherfucker. They who know that once you discover who they are, they're powerless. That's who they are. They who know once you awaken to the fact that this is a system, this is a maze, you are an iguana inside of a tank, they are now powerless now. Because you have awakened, you know the truth. That's who they are. When I say they, we know who are. When I say we know who we are. So if you have to ask, hopefully that explains to you. They are the ones who got everybody wearing masks. They are the ones who got everybody getting ready to be vaccinated. They, vaccine, mandatory, compliance. These are the words that have been put on us to trick us out of our divinity. That's what has been put on us. Spells. This is why you have to spell your name in cursive. They're teaching you how to write curses. ASAP, Rocky, not Fergie. They teaching you how to spell. How to cast spells. Because they know you are a fucking cell. So they want to put your battery inside of a cell. They want to cast spells on you with sentences and put you behind bars. Because truly, you are bars. You are stardust. You are Fibonacci sequence. You are connectivity. You ain't nothing but Tetris, bars, connection, divine, God. But through the mind of the man, through the deepest realms of desire, the 7 deadly sins, comes your karma, comes the perversion of your language. Now you got to decipher all this shit and figure out how to be God again. That's your challenge. That's your obstacle. The Hispanics have been raped into knowing the Spanish language, originating from the Caucasus-derived people casting spells. You understand? You understand? Listen, there's African and there's European. European is a mind. The African became European. Study your history. You know 1492? It goes deeper. You know 7-Eleven? Yeah. You know the Caucasus Mountains? You know Yakub? Do your research, God. You have been raped and pillaged. You're not even the real thing. Everybody you see is genetically modified. They interbred us. They raped us. They stole us. They took our language. They took our religion. They tried, but they could never break our spirit. They could never break our spirit, ever. That's where we at with it. That's who we are with it. They could never take our spirit. They could never break our spirit. The ancient ancestors, the secret shamans are within us. Decipher the language. See it for what it is. Tell it to yourself. Peace, God. Peace, Goddess. Peace, children of the sun. Share this video. Why? Because it's not a video. That's perversion of language. This is a divine message. This is a divine message channeling through me and broadcasting from your ancestors. That's why I say share this video. Don't let the language fool you, God. Big genetically modified energy. Big man. Big man. All over the place. We can see it. Motherfuckers is expressing the devil because they don't know they God. It's not that they don't know. They lack the education to know that they are that which they seek. They haven't been activated fully. They have been distracted from the activation because the perversion of language, they want to comply with what they think is good for them. God is good for you. That which vibrates on the frequency of the planet is good for you. Why no birds got on masks? Why no squirrels got corona mask viruses on? They don't need no vaccination? Share this video. Peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses. Yo, stop letting the perversion of language allow you to express yourself in your reality. Don't even speak. Fuck talking. Think. Breathe. Feel. They tricking you with language. Fuck opening your mail and read through the lines. You heard? When you read an article, read through the lines. See the intent that the author wanted to depict. Stop allowing the language to control the actions. Allow the actions to be filtered through divine thoughts, and they will always be in alignment with what is divine. I think there's good and bad in all, even slavery. If it wasn't for slavery, we would be African in the bush trying to get here 100. And what makes you think being African in the bush trying to get here 100 ain't better than you being here, being that you was a slave and you in this bush, this wilderness, which is truly a bush, 100. So you're right, there is good and bad in everything. It just depends on how you see it. Now, what I see, you're right. The good and the perversion of in this language is that we have the power to redefine words with this language. I'm redefining what love means. I'm redefining what God means. I'm redefining what liberation means, what a man is, what truth is. I'm redefining what light is, what darkness is, what the shadow is. You understand? I'm redefining what it is to be spiritual. You motherfuckers think you spiritual because you can retain information, bitch. You don't even know how to breathe. But you spiritual. Perversion is the alteration of something from its original course, meaning, or state, to distort or corrupt from what it was first intended to be. I'm redefining what love is. That's a fact. You have to. You have to. Because you think you love somebody and you put that on them and they don't even love their fucking self. You better redefine what love is. Fuck all that. For yourself. Even if you don't put your love on somebody else, you put it all on yourself. And you might forget what's important truly to the self. So we have to redefine love. Love to me is sunlight. Love to me is fresh food, fresh fruit, oxygen, water. Love to me is harmony, balance, equilibrium. Love to me is family. Love to me is cooperation. Love to me is discipline, dedication, and determination. Love to me is emotions, thoughts, and actions. Understanding that we are the GPS. You have no choice, yo. You are the chosen few. Don't share this video, matter of fact. This is for you. Peace.